Hello and welcome back to the channel, guys. So in this video I'm gonna do quite interesting song because funny enough I already have two other with last one it's gonna be three reactions that I haven't uploaded yet, and for some weird reason filming it is way more fun than like uploading it and what you call um having the dopamine you think uh dopamine addict uh song. Yeah, hopefully, yeah. uh do you have a video for this shit? I don't think so. Okay, so yeah, this is where I was going to. So yeah, it's more fun than the dopamine addiction of views and who likes this video, who doesn't like the analytics and shit like that. So while filming it, is there's nothing. You literally enjoy the song and you literally vibe to the song and concept and give your idea about it, and that's it. But without further ado, let's go. And I'm literally doing this song because I'm like I function on dopamine, so and it's a quite a fast world, and I'm quite even ahead of the pace when it comes to everything, to be honest. And in a fast world, I'm literally running past even faster. And the other thing is, yeah, I wanna have kind of diversity and not existential crisis kind of songs or love songs and shit like that. I'm gonna actually showcase everything I enjoy and see who enjoys these as well. So that's why I'm not doing so many English songs, because the main purpose is to have a community of polyglots and multilingual kind of community. But um, one once in a while, it's nice, especially when it's like kind of fitting the theme of the day. And today I was literally running off like lifetimes of events in 24 hours, so last 24 hours. So it's quite fitting, and maybe I'm gonna do another reaction after this to a French song that also fits the theme of the day. But if not, I'm gonna catch you another day. And without further ado, let's see if I'm recording. I am. Let's go. Shut up. 6 months clean off the dopamine. Funny. Threw my phone through the wall. 6 months. Friends can't get a hold of me. Just a dial tone when they call. Chills and sweats coming over me. I'm aching from the withdrawal. Yeah. This chemistry has got a hold of me. Got a hold of me. Got a hold of me. I'm a dopamine. Okay, I'm gonna let you. To be honest, there's nothing to break down unless maybe the da 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 da. That's the flow. Okay. Threw my phone through the wall. My friends can't get a hold of me. Just a dial tone when they call. Yeah, that's quite wild. Like I remember a week or so, like I was so off the radars, and friends like and even like a couple of like not relationships, but a couple of people around were calling me, and I was like, hey, bitch, you don't have a life, get a life. I'm not gonna be like your what you call uh what's the like the association that you call and everyone answers there? I don't know. I'm not gonna be one of those to you that whenever you feel lonely and shit, I'm gonna answer your call and say, oh honey, it's okay. Yeah, get a life and leave me live mine as well. But I get it. Like sometimes the dopamine rush is like so high that I am even reminded of like that 2 days ago. I was very sick, and I'm kind of a very like stubborn person when it comes to like actually bothering other people to ask for help and shit. And I was literally agonizing in alone and doing nothing like other than locking myself at home and just calling up the hospital and seeing if the doctor could come to me, because I was not even like in the corporal kind of situation to even go to the doctor. And lucky enough, the doctors came to me and they were like, no, 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 just chill. And after 1 or 2 days of pain, excruciating pain, mind you, but it's gonna be fine. And I was like, okay, if it's not gonna be long term, I can like double it up for 1 a day or two. And funny enough, like after 1 day, it was like gone, as if it never happened. And even like, and I remember like the day that happened, I was like so high on dopamine, and I've had like so many things going for me that I was like, okay, more, more, more. Literally, like life is like some things you want that you don't even have. And after having that, there's nothing, fairly nothing that you want to add to it. So you want to have more of what you already got. Maybe it's money, maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's what you call party, whatever it is. Maybe it's your dreams and following up on things you want. Maybe it's like just silly things like YouTube. Oh, I want 10K subscribers. Why don't I have this? And like I've been trying harder than other people and shit like that, and start comparing. And when you compare, it's never gonna end. I literally, I remember like 2 days ago, I started like comparing so many things that I had going on for me. And I was like, okay, this is not enough. I deserve more because of my hustle, my um, way of like doing things, and my experiences and shit like that. And I was like so pissed off that I literally got myself sick and had to go through the pain to hopefully, I'm not gonna forget this for quite a while, but because now it's like recency bias, that pain taught me things that maybe after a week or two I'm gonna forget again, and I'm gonna need another reminder, hopefully not as painful as it was. But that's pain kind of taught me, hey, remember, like last yesterday, you had everything you have now minus the pain, and you were not satisfied. Now you have the pain, and now literally having this excruciating pain, you just want everything that you had yesterday minus the pain, and you were bitching about that. But now you're begging to have that because the pain is like too much. And flash forward like the day after, which is today, the pain is gone, completely gone, if I'm not jinxing myself. And now I still have all of the things that I have 2 days ago, which was reason of complaint 2 days ago, which was what I wished for the most yesterday, and which is what I have now. So even like now, I was like today, I was talking to a couple of my friends, and I was like, "Hey, remember?" And I told a couple of them like about yesterday and how, and they were like so pissed, like, "Hey, you could have called us. We could have taken you to the hospital, or came and like stay stood like with you and had the talk and like hung out and shit like that." And I was like, no, 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 no. I was in no like situation, no condition to actually even have a conversation. So that aside, I was like, hey, actually now, literally now, like 1 or 2 hours ago that I was talking to them, now is actually so fine for me. I'm actually like having a kind of nice the first sparkles of a first 1 or 2 weeks of having a kind of a relationship. I don't even, to be honest, call it relationship. It's just we just enjoy the moment and we go as it takes us. It's never serious with me because I never find the right person, and I'm never gonna drop the standards to say, oh, she is nice to not feel alone, because I'm not scared or terrified to be alone. I actually enjoy my alone time. But if it's a kind of a quality bonus, sign me up. So I was telling my friends like, hey, that's going quite well. Like at least the first weeks, how the first weeks of kind of new interaction would go is fine. And after that, I was like, hey, I'm having nice kind of things going on for me. I'm doing the. I didn't tell them the channels and shit like that because it's kind of personal for me. And I was saying, hey, I'm moving towards the right direction, enjoying my hobbies, following my dreams, and have a nice place to stay at. I have a kind of a not semi, but even like stable job that I don't like, but it pays. So I like when it pays. So it's nice. And after that, I got like this, and third. And I was like kind of counting my blessings. I was, oh shit, I'm actually living a nice life. Huh? Who knew? But yeah, the dopamine rush is like so crazy, man. The more you feed into it and lean towards it, it destroys you. And even like throughout the day today, because I was like going back to like 2 days ago, okay, fuck my life, this is not worth living and shit like that. Constantly I was reminding myself to keep breathing and slowing down and feeling the moments and shit like that, not as a copium, um, but as just feeling the emotions and how I just was existing in the moment to fight the dopamine like kind of rush and the urge to, okay, throw a party and invite 50 people, sleep around, eat till you're literally sick to your fucking stomach, drink and do all that crazy shit to keep up with the dopamine shit. But yeah, it never works. Chill sense what's coming over me. Yeah. I'm aching from the withdrawal. It's literally I haven't been like that kind of through that kind of addiction. Hopefully, never will. But dopamine addiction is like worse even. I cannot disclose some of the like personal shit, but when you are like depending on some shit, could be like even like giving examples is gonna like be like kind of difficult for me. But when you are like overly dependent on some shit, it never uh it never pans out well. Chemistry has got a hold of me, got a hold of me, got a hold of me. I'm a dopamine addict, can't break the habit. And it's kind of like with addiction is like chemical reaction. We literally have like a kind of uh, muscle kind of guardians or some shit that there are responsible for guarding when we can do this. If the camera is catching me, this has like a kind of guardian thing in here, and I cannot say it because I studied biology in another language, so translating it is gonna be hell for me. But when you are addicted, the guardian literally changes to the substance you're using. So you literally cannot do this without going through excruciating pain. And that's why it's like the body reacts so harshly towards substance abuse. But I haven't had that. hopefully never will, but I've had like quite not close, but friends of mine who've been through that. With dopamine is not the kind of that kind of chemical, but the endorphins or like the chemical of happiness that you get from the dopamine in your mind is even worse, to be honest. You literally are agonizing through getting more and more, and the more you get, the less enjoyment you get out of it. So you either triple the things you get the enjoyment from, like for example, become a fucking drug addict or sexaholic, or even like eating to the extent that you literally cannot eat any longer, but it's like ravenousness is like in your DNA now and is part of your function. Or even like with porn addiction, or with even success. I know so many successful people that at one point they needed to realize, oh, this shit is enough. I've had enough. I'm living a good life. Fuck the rest, literally. Or the other alternative would be like, I go and get depressed and off myself. So yeah, quite a Pandora's box. Addict, I get it, but you forced that. You forced that, my guy. I get the like wordplay, but you forced that. And it feels forced as well. That's the worst part. Dopamine. I have these dreams where I'm me again, and they almost feel like they're real. It's as if I have self-esteem again. It's as if I'm starting to heal. Chills and sweats grab a hold of me, and they pull me out of my chain. Just won't seem to let go of me. To let go of me. To let go of me. I'm a dopamine addict. I kind of thought he was going through different kind of addictions throughout the verses, but no, it's all over the place. I thought the first verse would be the social kind of interaction dopamine that he mentioned, throwing my phone at the wall and shit like that because I'm keeping track of my records, my analytics, how my sales went, and shit like that. The second verse would be the kind of I cannot say even like sexual interactions because he's not even doing that. Maybe just like how many people like you and how many people like adore you and shit. And the third verse would be like something else, but it's all over the place. I cannot even say like oh yeah, the theme of the first verse is this, the theme of the second verse is that, third verse is gonna be any something else. No, the whole kind of message I think is gonna be just, hey, this is not literally that's kind of like the meme that you see a friend who is sad, don't be sad. Oh, genius idea. I wish I had thought of that myself. It's not like that. Because when someone is, even I kind of have this problem myself because I have a kind of, not friend, but he is kind of inversed with different psychologies and neurological kind of bullshittery that's going on in your mind whenever you do things. And he told me, hey, you need to balance out your dopamine level, and he gave me techniques and shit to do to balance out my dopamine. And funny enough, I was appreciating life, everything more, and I was staying more in the present, but I wasn't getting shit done because I literally function off of fucking dopamine. And the rush of 21 hours, I know this is gonna be kind of sounding so outrageous and out of pocket, but I've had like projects done in 21 hours of barely not sleeping at all, barely drinking and even shitting. Because my whole focus, and I'm kind of ADHD, not kind of, I think, but not officially, but I have every trait of like fucking ADHD written all over the place. So, and I'm a fucking perfectionist to the T as well. So I was focused on this project for 21 hours, and I was getting the project done. Oh, it's not good enough. Let's do it again. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. And finally, that I make it semi kind of tolerable for my ego, let's call it, that I then realized, oh shit, it's been 21 hours. I haven't slept. I barely had like two or three fucking energy drinks and have gone to bathroom like one or two times to just not put my body under fucking pressure and shit, and nothing. Literally, like I don't take fucking breaks. I don't take anything. That kind of panorama or like 15 minutes work, 15 minutes rest, 15 minutes play is bullshit to me, because if you're gonna do something right, at least for me, you're gonna do something right and be like so infatuated and so false, so deeply in love with it, that you're not gonna forget, oh shit, it's been 20 hours, 21 hours. And I do that with everything. Like I remember I was reading this book that it took me like 16 hours to fucking finish it. And after 16 hours, I realized, oh shit, I'm hungry. Oh shit, I need to like do other stuff in my life. I didn't realize, okay, uh, this is tomorrow or this is yesterday still. That's how like uh, soaked in or drowned in things I'm passionate about I get. So yeah, so that's why I kind of consciously dropped the techniques and shit that he told me and he taught me to actually do to balance out my dopamine level. Because dopamine level, when like his theory and others people's theory is, when you drop the dopamine level, you're gonna be even getting more dopamine out of things you enjoy. So it's not gonna be cheap dopamine like porn or even like one night stands, not like that kind of emotional sex, but not just a mechanical kind of sex that is just a quick release and shit. Because if you actually like care for other person, it's not a one night stand, and it's not just sparks in the shit. It's gonna feel low dopamine rather than high dopamine. But if just one night stand, you literally go on a first date and you don't even connect, and it's just a promise of something more, and based on that, you both are agreeing, like not agreeing, you are feeling hot and heavy, and go to a one night stand, and after that is like okay, nothing happened. That's kind of sex is kind of adding to the fucking dopamine rush. And on top of that is like um, tracking like everything in the social media. If you are a creator, tracking your view count, what everything is a dopamine rush. So the theory is you lower these cheap rushes, and you put all of these dopamine rush to like a 20-hour project then. But the thing is, when you are not in a high dopamine level, you're not gonna function well when you are put into that situation. It actually not only adds to your dopamine, it requires high dopamine as well to get you started. So what happened, it was like I had a project due tomorrow, and I was feeling so great about life that I wasn't doing shit. And the only way I pulled myself together was I injected so much fucking dopamine to my fucking system to be able to be on higher dopamine level to then be able to do the project. Maybe it's like my body being kind of used to that shit, but it's how I function. So I get it. Like you want to lower the dopamine levels and funnel it through like the activities and the passions you want to provide that kind of dopamine rush. And in theory, it's even more because there is room for more. But in actuality, at least for me, it doesn't work that way. But yeah. Nice kind of acceleration there. It's like one or two words, but nice. Polyglomy. Got a hold of me. I'm a dopamine addict. Can't breathe. The habit runs in my head. Yeah, this video is gonna be chopped to pieces so many times, but yeah, because there's nothing to break down. But the theme of the song is like so important for me to get points across, and this is not like another language or something. So yeah, this is such a vibe though. Like I remember like. Every time I hear this song, funny enough, it comes up when I'm in a fucking like dopamine fest in my life. That ironically enough, this song lets me kind of slow down and say, "Hey, breathe in, breathe the fuck out, and chill." Because yeah, I remember once I was in this kind of very kind of scary kind of high dopamine level that after a week of like being under pressure and performing under pressure, the next day after the week was over, I was trying to chill and learn a new language, do my hobbies, go out with friends, get drinks, and like meet new people and shit like that. And I was feeling none of that. Literally, like nothing could like match the hectic, chaotic 1 week I had, that I was constantly under pressure and I needed to perform to survive and shit like that. Nothing could replace that. Even recently, I finished a project after like 21 hours. And after 21 hours, I literally was talking to 5 people for 5 hours to still have the dopamine rush of knowing new people, going through the motions, having the sparks, and like even like getting the drinks, meeting new people and shit like that, to slowly come down from those like Mount Olympus kind of dopamine rush that I had for that 21 hours. And after 5 hours of like going around, meeting new people, dating around and shit, in that even like 5 fucking hours, I was like, okay, now it's kind of enough. And after that, I called up one of my friends and I was like, hey, let's grab a drink. We grabbed a drink, and then I was like, finally, now I'm back to like before me, before the project. Now I can actually function and continue with my life. Because if I hadn't done that, it would have been okay. I finished the project, I sleep, I wake up, I'm literally wanna die. Because the contrast in Mount Olympus kind of dopamine and literally nothing exciting and no excitement the next hour, the next day is gonna be such a like a hollow in your chest, such a hole in your chest that you're gonna wake up feeling nothing, like empty as fuck. And yeah, that's kind of like a slippery slope. So slowly bring it down. Um, whatever the means necessary. I think that's gonna be the go-to kind of way to actually manage it properly, rather than, yeah, oh, I'm exhausted, I finally finished the program, I'm gonna sleep and wake up and feel okay, the whole cosmos makes no sense. In reality it doesn't, but when you are in that kind of a gap of energy, you're gonna say, hey, it actually doesn't make sense. But yeah, great song. Even me doing this is kind of a leeway to lower the dopamine, but still not itself is has a rush. Like I've kind of saved a couple of songs and couple of artists from when I'm doing a very heavy project, and after that literally press record. I'm literally dying without sleep and shit like that, but I know, like literally after that song, I'm gonna be slowly dropping in dopamine level. But yeah, it's a crazy shit, and yeah. The whole concept of literally living life is like being the average in life, um, and taking life seriously to try for it, and not taking it too seriously so you agonize going through it, or with even um, being passionate about something. You show too soon to someone your interest, they're gonna say, hey, am I a princess, am I king of what whatever nation it is, or you slowly show so they know, okay, you're not a rob uh, you're not a robot and you have emotions and shit like that. And everyone is literally the balance. If you literally simplify life in one word, it's literally balance. Balance with everything. D- Neither of extremes are gonna help you. And the thing that pieces, Jesus, my English, pisses me, p not p, but pisses me off about life. And no cuts and edit in this pitch though. Pisses me off about life is like average and balance is the best way to do anything, other than when it actually comes to what life you should be aiming for. Life of mediocrity is never a life anyone is gonna be satisfied with. But even when you end up living a mediocre life, it's relative at the end of the day, but at the end of the day, everyone wants something better. So to want and to try to get something better, first off, you need to say, hey, living a mediocre life is not it. So you try for more. But at the end of the day, you need to be satisfied with a mediocre or even less of a life to actually get the more. But yeah, that's another concept for another kind of day. But yeah, the balance is the key to a happy life 99% of the time. But that 1% is pissing me off so bad that you need to try for not a balanced life to end up having the balanced life. But yeah, that's such a crazy kind of take as well. But yeah. How long is this reaction? Am I enjoying this so much that it's gonna be 1 hour reaction? Or is it gonna be 13 minutes? Oh, 34 minutes. We're chilling then. Yeah, because sometimes I enjoy this shit so much. I think it's gonna be a 15 minutes reaction or breakdown or some shit. And I look at this little thingy here and it shows me 1 hour, 15 minutes. So yeah. Hope you enjoyed the reaction, and yeah, comment down below what are the other reactions you want to see from artists that I know the language of, and you see in the channel that I react to those languages specifically because I need to understand a little bit of it. So it's not gonna be me, okay, say, hey, this is the English translation of this song. What you think of the song? No, that's not. I want to learn something, and without the basic covered basis of a language, I'm not going to learn anything. So even with my Japanese, that is like below shit level, I know the grammar and I understand the basics of it to learn. So yeah. And more importantly, comment down below where you're watching this from and what are the languages you speak. Until the next one, peace.